We're in LAX. We're boarding now. And I've landed in San Jose, and I got 10 hours here, and I didn't know the airport was this small, and I don't know where anything is. I've never been here before. So yeah, we just have to kind of wing it, see what happens. Hopefully there's something to do. I got a 10-hour layover here.
Oh, and boy.
Do you have like, is there like anything to do in this city? For like 10 hours? You know those like little information booths? You know you like can always walk past them? Well, I asked them this time. And they gave me a little bit of advice on what to do. There's like a downtown area where it's like a $2 light rail down there. So I might just do that for the day, but I'm hoping I can find a place with my suitcase, because I do not want to pull that around all over the place. So I got to get Terminal B, which is over here. So where's Terminal B?
Yes.
Yeah. I've weighed out my options, and I think I'm going to try to make it an adventure. So we're going to try to get downtown using public transportation. See how this works out. Made it onto the light rail train thingy, and this should hopefully, if I did everything correctly, bring me downtown. So looks like I made it downtown. There's like really not much here, and I found a Safeway, and I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and it's like 11. So if I can, let me see if I can find some food in Safeway over here and see what we'll do after that. There's really like nothing here. Thank you. Have a great day.
God bless you. A lot of things, man. Trying to get back on my feet.
You're just getting back in the feet. Lord God, you provide everything that he needs, Jesus. Father, we just pray your peace and your love just come overwhelm us right now in your name, I pray, God. But in reality, it's actually a gospel of relationship and love. He's constantly in pursuit of our hearts. This earth is like, it's temporary, but our souls are eternal. You're my son, like I care for you and I see you. You're forgiven.
Just going through a lot of things right now, and I have two things talking to me in one ear.
So there's one, I just want to address this real quick. So in the video, the guy said like he was hearing two voices, and usually that means he's got a demonic oppression going on. Basically what I told him was like, hey bro, like God has the power to get rid of that right now. After he defeated Satan, he defeated the demons. He'll get rid of that right now. And his answer was,
no, I'm still trying to work on it myself.
And very often that's actually not the person speaking, that's actually like the demon in him, like kind of responding for him. Because it's not a battle against flesh and blood, but it's a battle against spirits and principalities in this world. He obviously knows the power of the gospel, but when you have demonic oppression, it's very hard to let go of that. Even when you know there's freedom, there's this battle going on inside of you. Jesus tries to come in, those voices come louder, and you couldn't see in the video because I wasn't directly filming him, but you could tell that he was getting very like aggravated at it, and you kind of hear like in his voice like, I just need to figure this out on my own. And it's very, very sad, but that's how it is, and you can't force someone to want to be delivered. They gotta want it. So those are sad moments, but you know, you just gotta trust that the Holy Spirit will continue working in his life and do stuff. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that yeah, because that was something I always wondered growing up or learning about my faith. So yeah, continue on. Dude, and really, like, he's always there for you, bro. He's always there for you. Yeah, dude. Have a great day, bro.
You too, G.
Found myself some food. I'm gonna eat that real quick and then see what happens next.
Metro Airport.
So I hung out around downtown for a bit, but there wasn't much to do there, and my ticket, like if I went back within 2 hours, like I didn't have to pay again, so I was like, might as well just make it back to the airport and just chill there instead, because there was like, yeah, nothing to do there at all. It was quiet, not a lot of places to go, and if there was, they were like packed, so yeah, just heading back to the airport instead. Is that routed all the way through?
Yes, it's gonna go all the way to
CNX?
Yes, CNX.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks. Back in LAX. I'm about to go shoot the Q&A. Alrighty guys, so I'm in LAX right now. I have about 3 hours till my flight leaves. So I'm gonna do the Q&A out I said I was gonna do. First question, what camera do you shoot your photos with? Right now I'm using a Sony a6300 and I have two lenses. I have an 18-01-05 f4 and a 50mm 1.8. Were you always a Christian? If not, how did you come to the Lord? Well, I grew up in a Christian family, so I guess I always grew up knowing who God was, but it wasn't until I was like, I think I was 4 when I came from like a kids camp that I actually decided to like accept Jesus into my heart. My whole life I was kind of saved through my parents' faith. I was saved through my parents' understanding of who God was. But when I was 18, that really had to become personal for me. And I knew that leaving home and moving out, I'd have to make that decision to either follow Jesus wholeheartedly or not. And I decided to do that, and I do not regret that at all. What are some of your pet peeves? I think when people won't like try a food, like that annoys me. Like, you can't say you don't like it if you haven't even tried it yet. Like, if you tried it and you don't like it, I'm all cool with it. But if you like say you don't like something and you haven't even tried it, that annoys me a lot. Batman or Superman? Batman. What's the craziest thing God has ever done in your life? The craziest thing God has done in my life. I'm supposed to have a criminal record. I'm supposed to be in jail, and I'm not in any of those. And I don't have a criminal record. So that's probably the craziest thing God has ever done in my life. What's your favorite Pixar or Disney movie? Nemo. I love Nemo. And what do you love about the Lord? My favorite part about the Lord is like it's an everyday thing. It's like not like a set hour, set 15 minutes, set 2 hours. It's like constant. And it's not like you turn it on and turn it off. It's like it's a constant relationship. It's a constant like flow and connection, if that makes sense. What is your personality type? My personality type is an INTJ, introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. That's my personality type, if that's the personality type you're asking of. What is an important lesson that you could take away from your experience playing sports? I think discipline. When you play sports, you have to be disciplined, because if you're going to make it in school, if you're going to make it in sports, and make it in your social life, you have to be very disciplined in how you plan those things, when you choose to do what, and how you prioritize what you prioritize in your life. So I think that's like one of the greatest things is like discipline. Like, I have to finish my homework in like 30 minutes so I can go to soccer practice and go hang out with my friends in the evening. So like discipline. I think it's so key to anything in life. What conditioner do you use? I actually don't use conditioner. I barely use shampoo. I maybe wash my hair like once every week and a half, every 2 weeks. So it's just kind of whatever shampoo I have, that's what I use. I don't really use conditioner. So who is your biggest inspiration as a creator? Oh, I think right now, photography-wise, is a guy named Icelandic Explorer. Go and check him out. Just the things he captures, and I love I was watching a video of him once, and he says his favorite time to shoot is when the weather is the worst, when it's raining, when it's storming. Like, that's when he'll go and shoot, because that's how he knows he's going to get photos that nobody else is taking. And I think video-wise right now, oh no, I know who. There's this guy named Yoon Olsen. He used to be a professional skier, but now he does vlogging business stuff. But I'm just so captivated by the way they make like simple things like a car ride look super fascinating, like cinematically wise. Yeah, so I think that, and Casey's super cliche, but like the way he tells his stories just blows me away. How long have you done video work, and what got you into it? I've been doing video for 2 years now, and what got me into it, I just used to go on adventures and I'd film everything with a GoPro, and I'd throw those into a video, and that's how I got into it. How long have you been growing your hair? I think about 2 years, my hair now as well. I'm planning on cutting a little bit soon. Why are you holding pants? Oh, I think this is because in the Instagram story, I think I was holding shorts when I was talking. I think that's it. I was throwing those away. What country has the best McDonald's? I was actually recently in France, and France has some really good McDonald's, probably France. Are you leader for the next BTS/outreach? No, I am not. What camera do you shoot with and why? I've already mentioned the camera I shoot with, but why I do it with that camera? For me, it's because it's a very light setup. It's not big and bulky. It fits basically anywhere. It's easy to carry around. It's not very intrusive with what I do, so it's not like up in people's faces. Yeah. How many languages do you speak? I always say I speak like 2 1/4. So I speak English and Norwegian and like enough Thai to like get around. What's God's calling in your life? Very good question. I want to say I'm still figuring that out, but I think it is to tell stories that traditional media isn't telling, and living a life of like just daily Christianity. I think is like the calling of what I've understood so far. How many siblings do you have? I have one. I have a younger brother. Country you're going to next? Filming this right now. The next country I'm going to is Thailand. How do you manage to travel so much? Good question. Sometimes I don't even know myself how I'm able to travel so much. Part of it is I'd work during the summers and I'd save that money and not use it on anything else. Whenever traveling opportunities come up, I have a certain amount to spend. But like this trip I'm going on right now, like that was all God. He provided all of it. I was in the prayer room once and God was like, Nick, you're going on this next trip. I'm like, I don't have the money. He's like, you're going. And I think like 2 weeks later, $900 show up in my bank account and I'm going. So God and work is the main way I am able to travel so much. Who are your parents? My parents are Mary and Marianne Lau. My mom's from Norway, my dad's from the Philippines. They met in YWAM in Denmark. My dad is a pastor, he's a speaker, he's a DTS like outreach coordinator. My mom's like an accountant, does all the accounting stuff for the ministries. They have like a kids school, they do house church stuff, so a bit of everything. My brother asked, who's the best bro? I only got one brother, so it's gotta be you, Mats. And what's the biggest thing you've learned in life? Biggest thing I've learned in life is obedience to God. If God tells you to do something, just do it. Even if you don't get it, just do it, because it's gonna turn out amazing no matter what.